We said yesterday with Liam Rosenior, he, in hindsight, should have attacked earlier. Chelsea kind of ran out of time. It was almost the opposite in some ways, Grella, wasn't it, for Eddie Howe tonight? Yeah, they went for it from the start. They pressed them high. They left spaces all over. They knew what they signed up for. They were like, OK, we're going to go for it, and we'll see if we score the first goal. And Man City did an excellent job. With the football, they were excellent. With the ball, they found the little spaces. They found the soft spots, and they were able to turn and put Newcastle on their back foot and put them in a lot of difficult situations. For Newcastle, if I'm looking at the game, though, I'm not so... I mean, defensively, obviously, conceding a lot of goals lately, so that's something you have to look at. But they create so many moments and so many chances on the counter because they're so dynamic. That's their bread and butter, and they miss so many chances. Now, in the 3 ties that they play Man City, they've probably created 16 or 17, like goal-scoring opportunities. So is that the frustration? And I've missed them. Yeah, all week, if I'm in training, I'm doing crossing and finishing with these guys nonstop, and they're just missing that last little piece.
But I think as well, like the key bit that no one's talked about, obviously they lost Isak. Right. Massive piece. Obviously, he's had an injury-ridden season, but last season they got as high in the Premier League to finish in the Champions League and to win this competition because half of the chances would fall to him. He would score those type. And when you lose a player of that magnitude, yes, you try and replace it with a Vissa or with a Voltemada. They're not the same. You're hoping that between the two of them, they could give you the same amount of production. But in the big moments, if they had Isak there tonight, he has a hat-trick. It's a completely different game. And I just think that's when, unfortunately, for teams like Newcastle with PSR, where they're hamstrung, they're going to produce good players, but not going to be able to keep them long-term. And unfortunately, that was the difference in Newcastle this season.
Tijjani, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. Massive congratulations. How does it feel to be Wembley-bound?
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's of course a dream, playing a final in Wembley. So yeah, very happy with it.
Tijjani, what's the mood like in the dressing room right now at Manchester City? Is it win everything that you can, or is there one thing that you guys are focusing on more than the others?
Yeah, of course, we want to win everything that we can. And yeah, we are still in the race for 4 titles. Sorry, we are still in the race for 4 titles. And now we are very hungry and very happy that we reached the finals.
Tijjani, we have the pleasure of covering you, bringing your goals, your assists to the American fans and all the positive moments you've had, obviously with Italian football. And now we're covering the Carabao Cup, so we get to see you here as well. What's the major difference between Italian football and English football?
The intensity. Yeah, that's a big difference here. Italy is much more tactical, defending well, and here it's yeah, it can up and down, can go up and down, and every team is strong here in the Premier League, and you have to be ready for every game, because if you think you have time, they will come for you.
Tijjani, just wanted to talk to you about Arsenal now. It feels like a rivalry is brewing up. Obviously, they're at the top of the league. You're now facing them in the final. Also, you could see them in the Champions League and the FA Cup. How do you guys approach these type of games now? Because for the first time in a long time, Man City are the team that's being chased as opposed doing the chasing as opposed to being chased.
Yeah, yeah, we are on the hunt now. We are still in the race for 4 titles, and this is a step closer to the first title. And yeah, of course, we want to win as many as possible, and we are very hungry. That's for sure.
Yeah, Tijjani, is there a possibility that the result of this final in this competition can have an effect on how the Premier League finishes this season?
Yeah, maybe. We don't know what the stand will be at that time, but yeah, of course, it's always nice to win a trophy from a rival, and yeah, that's one thing that we want, and yeah, we are very hungry for that.
Now still in the title race, they're still obviously looking good in the Champions League as well. The big picture, they're fighting on all fronts still. Yeah,
and I thought that the question that Grella asked him is the question we've been posing for a while. What does this do mentally if City are to beat Arsenal? And he actually said, didn't he, we don't know, maybe that could be something. And at that level, you're talking about 0.5%, 1% things that fall into your favour. I thought it was a very good interview, and the fact that he even spoke about getting a little shiner there was lovely as well.
Really? The missus loved it, innit? Warrior Scar. That's what he said.
Yeah, the bank statement.
I wanted to know about the difference.
The bank statements help too.
Yeah. I wanted to know the difference between Manchester and Milan, how you felt about that.
He told you.
Manchester.
Intense.
well, I suppose, Grella, you're the best person to answer that. How have you seen him change since his time with Milan and Manchester City?
Yeah, the thing that he gave away, I think, that was really interesting is he said that in the Premier League, very intense and it's very back and forth where the Italians can defend a little bit more and there's different moments, like more reserved moments in the Italian game, more tactical moments. And I think the Premier League suits him. I think English football suits him because he loves to come from the midfield. It made him a little bit of a unicorn in Italian football because you don't get to see it that often. You don't get to see players springing from the midfield with that kind of physical capability and also technical capability. So I think that the Premier League can highlight that for players like him, and especially Man City, who have the football a lot of the time.
I also think as well, because of that, and I've had this as well, when you work with Italian coaches, it's always defending first. That's the mindset. When you go with Pep Guardiola, it's about his team and how they play. So now I think for the next 2-3 years, he's going to be the perfect foil in that midfield with Rodri to be able to go, OK, he needs me to sit now and know how to do this because of my time in Italy. I'll sit. Actually, we're winning, we're dominating. I can go and show you what I need to do. He's a very, very good football player.
It's so true. So he had 1 goal tonight. Omar Marmoush had 2 goals. Here he is speaking after the match.
Omar, congratulations on to the final. What did you feel was so strong in the whole performance as a group?
Yeah, we showed a very good mentality. We were together as a team. From the first minute, we were very focused on the job, and I think we showed our mentality and our passion in this game, and we're very happy to reach a final.
Your 2 goals. Of course, there was an element of luck, but there was also the element of you being in the right place and having the right reaction. So could you talk us through those 2 goals and those reactions?
Yeah, of course. I think the first goal was very lucky, but the action before, I dragged the defender out, player 1-2, and then my touch wasn't the best, but in the end, the ball went in, and like you said, I try to make the runs always and be in the right place, and I'm very happy to score 2 goals and to help the team reach a final.
5 goals against Newcastle already. You had a hat-trick. You could have had a hat-trick tonight as well. What is it about you when you face them?
I don't know. I wish to get a hat-trick today as well, but yeah, I'm very, very happy to score these 2 goals, and it gives us, the whole team, the confidence to win the game, and hopefully we can win the final.
You have a chance to win your first piece of silverware here for Manchester City. What do you think it would mean, not only for you, but also for other players who haven't won a trophy at City yet?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest clubs in the world. We're here to win trophies, and we give our best every day to reach these finals and win the silverware, and hopefully we can do it for all the new players and also the players that we're here. They showed us that every medal, every silverware is important.
Let's take you back over to Manchester, to Anita Jones. Anita, what was the sense at the final whistle? Obviously, we saw all the City players celebrating, but for Newcastle, on the other hand, it was a completely different tone, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, not much different to the Chelsea players yesterday, looking a little dejected as they walked into the tunnel. You know, it felt like the tie was wrapped up at half-time. The fact that they went out there and gave a showing of themselves, they could have got 2 or maybe 3 goals. You think of at least Elanga's second chance. I guess Eddie Howe will try and lift his players up, as he said.
Anita, as a Arsenal fan, and obviously you tried to come for me earlier, so I'm going to let it go. But I do want to know, how are you feeling after watching that? Are you more confident with your Arsenal team or a little bit now concerned with Man City starting to score more?
That was a really good performance from Manchester City. I'm not sure we've seen many like that, where they're just free-flowing, everything seems to click so well, and they didn't look vulnerable, or as vulnerable as they have done in second halves. What's really interesting is, before coming to you guys, I looked up, this is a repeat of the 2018 final, and it was actually Pep Guardiola's first trophy as the Manchester City boss. He's gone on to win many with them, and someone who was in that Man City side at the time was Gabriel Jesus. So really interesting storyline we've got on our hands. But sorry, I didn't quite answer your question there. Am I nervous? Yes and no, because Arsenal have got the best defence in the league. So we've got our players fit, unlike this Newcastle side today.
Love it, Anita. That's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to have here an Arsenal fan with some conviction. We've got Cos in the back. He's giving me every excuse as to why they're not going to do it. I like the conviction that you're giving us. Thank you.
I was going to say this, Anita. OK, so let's just say if Manchester City were to win and beat Arsenal in the final, how would Arsenal fans be feeling about the Premier League after that?
Oh.
This is very hypothetical. Let's see and watch.
I like it. Anita, you obviously have spoke to Eddie Howe there. He gave, obviously just see the interview. Do you feel a sense of frustration? Obviously, Eddie Howe has been linked with Man United, England jobs and all those things that are coming. He needs to win things, right, to keep that conversation going. But he's also dealt a real tough hand now with all the injuries he's got. Does he feel a bit despondent to you, or is he just business as usual?
I got the impression he was business as usual. I think what the real challenge is going to be is keeping the fans happy and also some of those really talented players, because, of course, the winter transfer window has closed, but there were rumours circulating that Sandro Tonali had been linked with Arsenal. Both clubs shut that down. But the fact that that's even circulating, then Tino Livramento, one of the players they're missing in defence, is apparently not signing a contract extension at the moment. So there's uncertainty in that area. Of course, these are all reports. But the fact that you've got two key players linked with potential moves to other clubs, other key competition in this league isn't good, because at the moment, I believe they're 10th or 11th in the league. How are they going to attract players and continue in this upwards journey that they've done to be in the Champions League as they have done in the last couple of seasons?